Thank you for taking a moment to prepare your heart for the time at Room in the Inn. I would love to invite you to reflect on the difference between guilt and shame. Guilt helps us correct poor behavior, things that we do that we realize are not helpful but actually harmful to others. Shame, on the other side, tells us we are bad. And unfortunately, many of our guests are carrying shame. Shame is something that God desires to remove from our lives. As we look at the next Grandmother of Christmas, I would direct our attention to Bathsheba, a woman who had every reason to be filled with shame, falling into adultery with David, losing her husband. Yet God desires to remove her shame. God graciously gives her a son who would continue the line of David, a son who would enable the blessing to continue, that would eventually be fulfilled in the person of Jesus. Think about this quote: "Shamelessness is the supreme virtue of the incarnation. There is no shame in God, none. God occupies our shame shamelessly, without judgment, and this changes everything." Think about it. There's no hint of shame in Jesus being associated with the most shameful elements of humanity. He is completely at ease in being numbered among us as sinners. So as you come to serve and to share meals, recognize many of our folks are burdened down, almost hunkered over by their shame. Shame in being homeless, shame in what they have to do to survive, and truly they feel they are bad. And it is God's desire to sit with them, to be with them, to lift their shame. And you can be a part of that. You can be a part of that in how you look at people, how you love people. Realize that God does not desire to heap shame on them. Would you join me in helping lift this shame?